Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. You know, the holiday season is in full swing here in the city of Suffolk, and on today's program, we're going to have some holiday safety tips from the Suffolk Police Department. And as I said, the holiday season is still going, and of course we have some great events coming up, and two of them we're going to promote on today's program, including the Suffolk Holiday Decorating Contest and a couple of holiday teas set to be held here at the Suffolk Visitor Center. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're joined now by Lieutenant Tim Davenport of the Suffolk Police Department, who is here today to talk to us about holiday safety. And Tim, thanks for being with us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Good deal. Well, you know, of course, the holiday season means everybody's out and about looking for those special gifts for that special someone, family members, whatever. But you know, one thing people need to also be aware of while they're out enjoying all the fun and frivolity of the holiday season is safety. And really being more aware of their surroundings, I guess would be a good way to put it. But one special program the Suffolk Police Department coordinates every year, has been doing for quite some time now. It's called Holiday on the Beat. Tell us a little bit about what that program is and the benefit for the citizens of the city of Suffolk.
Absolutely. Well, we started the program back in 2005, and the program is basically designed to beef up patrol in the shopping centers, bank areas, and business areas. Just because it is the holiday time of season, you know, and there are more people out, more traffic out. And it's also, we hate to say, but it's a time of year the criminals like to take advantage of. So that's what we do. We basically patrol those areas, and we just try to deter crime more than we do anything. If we can deter just one robbery or one larceny from happening, then we've done a good job for that year.
Right. Now, talk about some basic, I'll call them common sense tips for people. You're out shopping. What are some things that you need to be aware of? Again, it's a great time for businesses, and you know that are seeing the revenue and the people coming in their doors. But again, you want to be aware of your surroundings.
Right, absolutely. You know, with our city growing as much as it has in the past several years, we get a lot more people coming in, a lot more businesses here now. So we have a lot more shoppers in Suffolk. So, you know, and you're right when you say common sense approach, and that's the way we like to look at it also. And just some of the basic things they can be doing is like you could park in well-lit areas. Find a shopping center where they would park under a light there or park in a well-lit area. Maybe try to avoid parking next to a vehicle that has tinted windows. And that's just for safety and security reasons. You know, shop in pairs. Shop with a friend. Don't go by yourself. Maybe not carry so much cash on you. And in the world as it is nowadays, you know, people are plastic or credit cards, so it makes it easier.
Sure.
But and things like that. And maybe when you leave the store, don't burden yourself down by carrying 5, 10, 15, 20 packages at a time because you're not going to be aware of your surroundings. You're going to be aware of trying to make sure you don't drop your packages. Correct. One of the things you can have also is maybe like having your keys already in your hand, ready to get in your car, so you don't have to be worried about trying to fumble for your keys and get in the car and not being aware of what's around you. And I think probably one of the most common sense approaches is just be aware. Right. Be aware for vehicles on the road when you're driving. Be aware of your surroundings as you're walking to and from your car. But those are just some basic tips that people could do to make themselves a little bit safer during the holiday season. Now,
of course, when you go back to your vehicle, of course, some people have these bigger vehicles where you can put your packages in there. They're not put in a trunk or anything. Right. Any tips involved with that as far as maybe how to stow your cargo, so to speak, when you're out shopping?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them have that, I don't want to call it a security blanket, but they have the thing that, like the little tarp that comes over the back. You could use that, or you could just use a blanket to cover your packages up. You know, criminals take advantage of us in any way they can. Right. So they may be looking in vehicles when nobody's around to see what they can break into and take. So if you can keep them out of the way, hidden from common observation might be the word to use, then that's what I would do. I would maybe cover them up with a blanket or something along those lines so they can't readily see them, or put them in a trunk where they're hidden. Right.
Now, you mentioned about being aware of your surroundings and certainly walking your car with your keys out so that you're kind of ready to go. You're not fumbling for them. What would a situation, say, for example, someone's walking to the car and they get the feeling that maybe someone's following them. They're in a parking lot, so there's people and other activity around. What's a good situational moment, I should say, for the person there that you think someone's behind you? What would you suggest to do in that instance?
Well, you know, a lot of the vehicles nowadays are actually equipped with the little red button on their key fob. So, I mean, if you're going to draw attention to yourself, that's the last thing a criminal wants, is to have attention drawn to them. So use that, I mean, use it to your advantage. If you're at your car, hit the little red button on it because it sounds the horn, blinks the lights, and things like that. Or either go to a well-lit area, find a crowd of people, find a police officer working the parking lot, things along those lines, walk in that direction, or go back in the store where there's a lot of people at. Yeah, the biggest thing you don't want to do is make yourself a victim. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where the criminal can take advantage of you.
Now, of course, we talked about the individual shopper, but a lot of parents are out there and they have their children with them.
Absolutely.
And of course, again, everybody's moving around. You're looking for that great deal in the store, and
I'm telling you.
little Bobby or Cindy are out there with you as well. But any advice for parents if you're taking your children
Absolutely.
along? What should you look to do to kind of protect them as well?
And I'll tell you, because I too have small children,
Right.
and I understand completely what it's about. And exactly, make sure your children understand to stay with you at all times, and even more so, make sure you pay attention. When I say you pay attention to parents,
Right.
make sure you pay attention to where your kids are at all times. Leave them. If you have more than one person with you, maybe somebody could watch the children while you look at certain things, and then you could switch off, and you could watch the children while they look at certain
Right.
things. So things along those lines. The biggest thing is just make sure the children understand to stay with you at all times, because it's easy to get lost in a store, especially with a lot of people in it.
Right, right. Now, of course, we've talked about the shopper. We talked about the shopper with children. We talked about getting to your vehicle. All right, you get to your vehicle, everything's good to go. Now you're on your way home.
Right.
And of course, general safety on the road, you always
Right.
want to follow that.
Right.
But when you get home, any tips for what you want to pay attention to when you arrive? Because again, someone in a situation, I guess, could follow you from the store, saw that you popped out a retail outlet, you got the big packages and
Right.
stuff.
That's
What are some
right.
good things to think about when you're pulling up to your home? You think, hey, I'm home and everything's safe, but things to think about there.
Well, you know how you left your home, whether you left lights on, whether you a suspicious vehicle that wasn't in the neighborhood that you've never seen before, things along those lines.
Right.
When you're driving down the road, pay attention to what's going on around you. If you notice a vehicle that's followed you for a long distance, maybe make a couple circles around the block, or go to a well-lit area and park, or go to the police station and pull up and see if that vehicle follows you in there also.
Right.
But also you can, if you're going to shop and it's leaving in the daytime, returning when it's dark, maybe leave it outside light on, especially at the door you're going to go into. Things along those lines. A lot of homes are equipped nowadays with the key fobs for their alarm systems and so forth, so they could use that to their advantage along those lines. But the biggest thing is just, like I say again, is don't make yourself a victim. Don't put yourself in a spot that somebody can take advantage of you, and like park in a dark area, have to get out and get your packages out in a dark area.
Right.
It's just easy for a criminal to take advantage of somebody in that situation.
Now, of course, people are also, in addition to all the shopping and fun they're having with that, they're also probably running around, seeing relatives and friends, going out and about. Some extra things to think about this holiday season when you're leaving your home. Maybe how to leave your home a little more secure. You talked about, again, paying attention to how you left it, so that when you come back, you know that, look, it's in the same condition.
Absolutely. And in my opinion, what you should do is leave a light on. Maybe leave an inside light on, look like somebody may be home. Leave an exterior light on. And a lot of homes have the motion sensor lights, which are even better, in my opinion. I think that's great. So have an exterior light on if you're going to come back when it's dark and so forth. Lock your doors. Lock your windows. Just some of the simple basic stuff that makes it harder for somebody to break into your house if they want to try to. So at least do something like that.
Okay. Now, of course, we talked about the shopper, going to home, leaving home. We also want to talk a little bit about the businesses as well. Business owners, and maybe you have a new business that opened this year. This is your first holiday season in business. You have the extra customers coming in, which is a good thing. But some things from the business owner perspective with shoppers to kind of pay attention to and make it safe for them as well as safe for your business and your employees.
Right. Well, one thing we do is that, and you'll show this in a minute, is the brochures we hand out, but just a couple of the basic things is like, don't have employees working by themselves. The last thing, like I said, a criminal wants to do is be recognized or be put in a situation where they're not in control. So if they have more than one employee there, they're going to be less apt to try to rob that business or harm somebody there. Don't have employees working by themselves. Maybe don't prop the door open, or prop the front door, prop the back door open. Leaves an easy access for somebody to get in and get out. Make sure that the doors can lock and so forth when they shut.
Right.
Another thing they need to be looking out for this type of season too is just counterfeit monies.
Correct.
We see a lot of that now. So, and with the technology the way it is, it makes it easier for them to do that.
Right.
But a lot of the businesses are equipped with pins that they can check the counterfeit monies with, which is a good thing. So, just be mindful of people trying to pass counterfeit monies.
Got it. Now let's talk again about the Holiday on the Beat program, which again we talked about at the beginning of this segment, and what an impact it's making on the citizens in the business of Suffolk, again, by keeping everybody safe and just being that extra little eye out there for everyone.
Right. Like I said, we started in 2005, and our main focus and our main goal is to keep people from being taken advantage of and become victims.
Right.
Our job is to prevent crime, and our job is to deter crime, and that's one of the things we try to do through this program by patrolling the shopping centers, patrolling the banks, and patrolling the bars and businesses. If we can be seen in those areas, then criminals are going to be less likely to try to take advantage of people.
Sure.
And to move into that area to see if they can set up shop to take advantage of somebody there. So we try to do that through patrol efforts. And therefore it also adds a sense of security to the other officers out there, that we can have additional manpower on the street if something were to happen.
Correct.
That we'll have additional officers out there to try to address those issues. But also we try to get out there, and like I said, it's a good way for our department to get out there and touch base with the citizens,
Right.
let them know that we're out there to help them, let them know that we're out there to protect them, but also to let the businesses know that we're out there to help them also.
Exactly.
We know that the economy the way it is, that the businesses thrive off customer support, customer base.
That's right.
So, if we can make them feel safer also by being out there, then that's what we do.
Great. Now, again, if anybody would have any questions after watching this segment and would want some more information, you talked about the brochures that you and your fellow officers are out there handing out in the community, but what's a good number for people to call if they have a question and just want to maybe check on something?
Well, they can actually call my desk. I mean, I don't mind answering questions if I can, and it's 514-7882. And I can at least point them in the right direction. If as far as answers and so forth. But yeah, they can absolutely more than happy to call.
Okay. Well, Lieutenant Davenport, thanks for being with us today.
Well, pleasure's all mine.
And we'll have more on the scene right after this. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're now here at the Suffolk Visitor Center. We're joined by Teresa Earls, the Tourism Development Manager, and Dawn Evans, who's the Customer Service Representative with the Department of Media and Community Relations. Ladies, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
And of course, the holiday season is in full swing here in the city of Suffolk, and we're going to talk about a couple of holiday events that are coming up. And Dawn, we're going to start with you and the first ever holiday decorating contest that the city's putting on. And of course, to really explain this, how the contest works out, there's really kind of two different divisions or two different ways for you to enter, so to speak. So Dawn, if you want to take us a little bit through this and explain, and let's talk about the individual category, which I think that's when we'll have a lot of attention for that one.
Yes, we have the individual category. It's called the People's Choice Award. We're taking entries into our office, photographs of the houses that have been decorated. If you're interested in putting your photograph in of your home, you send it into the Media and Community Relations office. And the top 20 photos will be put online, and online judging will begin.
Okay.
Those online judging dates are December 15th through the 18th, and those top 20 photos that will be put in, we'll be judging on those. And the number one, who gets the most votes, will be the best People's Choice Award.
Okay. And of course, they'll be recognized at the City Council meeting coming up in mid-December, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
Now, what constitutes decorating? Are we talking the bright lights? Are we talking animated, little reindeer? Are we thinking Griswold?
Yes, you could do
Okay.
Griswold as long as as there's safety involved. No
Sure.
one's going to be harmed by your decorating. Everything's pretty much acceptable.
No one has ever been harmed by my decorating, I promise.
Well, that's a good thing. We'll keep that record going there. Now, there is a theme, though, that we're trying for everyone to adhere to, correct? So
Yes.
you want to kind of tell us what that theme
Yes,
is?
the theme is Light Up the Night with Holiday Spirit.
Okay.
You can interpret it any way you choose.
All right. Okay. Now, does that information need to be included with your entry to kind of explain your muse, if you will,
Sure.
with regard to what you're doing?
On your application, you can put information in on, the reasons why you decorated, and you chose to light up the night with holiday spirit and the theme that you were going after, and the way you interpreted it.
So again, it's individual entry. You take a picture of your house, submit that entry. You can do that via email, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, what is the deadline for entry? Because obviously the online judging is going to take place, you said the 15th through the 18th, so obviously they need to be in ahead of time. What is the deadline for entry?
All right, for the individual, the deadline entry is December 10th.
Okay.
You want to get your information in, and you want to email it to me. My email address is levans@suffolkva.us, and those entries come straight to me, and you'll be included in the top 20 if yours is chosen.
And again, who will be kind of narrowing that field down to get us to the top 20? How's that process going to work?
We have volunteers from our media office
Okay.
who will be judging, examining the photos, and seeing how close you interpreted it to the theme.
Okay.
And those that we choose will be in the top 20.
Okay, so again, we're going to get the entries by the 10th, narrow the field down, put the top 20 online, And that'll be up on the 15th of December. The judging will go to the 18th. And again, the winners will be announced at the City Council meeting that following week, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So we talked a little bit about the individual category. Now, there's also the Best in Borough Award. Now, that's going to expand out a little bit because really you're talking about neighborhoods at that point, correct?
That's correct. We have there'll be 7 different awards because there's 7 boroughs in the city. Each neighborhoods that are interested can turn in their information, their application in, and the judging will happen on December 16th.
Okay.
There will be 7 awards with that category.
Okay.
So if you want your best neighborhood
Right.
in the borough,
Right.
That's what you enter in.
Now, how's the judging with that going to be? I believe we're going to be going out and about and actually seeing this stuff live and in person, so it's a little bit different in this category,
yes.
correct?
Volunteers from the media department will be going out on December 16th.
Okay.
Of course, right after it gets dark,
Right.
and we'll be traveling through the seven boroughs for
Okay.
those neighborhoods that have entered,
Okay.
and we'll be judging those.
Okay. So again, Best in Borough, or we'll be giving out 7 awards in that category, 1 for each borough, correct?
That's correct.
And again, they'll be announced again, as we said, at the City Council meeting in mid-December. Now, as far as with the context of doing both of these awards, I know we're asking everyone to kind of keep their lights on for a certain period of time, both by day as well as by time of day. So can you talk a little bit about that? Because we don't want it just to be, well, you won. We want people to be able to go out there once we announce the winners, and you go out there and see for yourself,
Yes,
correct?
because this is an important event for the city. We really would like for people to enjoy the lights, and we have a lot of homes in the city that like to decorate in neighborhoods too. So once you enter into the application on there, you agree to have your lights on through a period of time through Christmas.
Okay. And again, we'll have that information on the screen so we can go through those dates. Let's talk again about your email address, because both entry forms, whether you're doing the individual award or the best of the best, or the top borough award winner, for those go to you. So let's hit that email address one more time.
All right, my email address is levans@suffolkva.us.
Okay.
Make sure you send in photographs
Okay.
when you turn in your individual. Make
Right.
sure you attach those photographs.
In the Best in Borough, we just need the
Yes,
address,
in the
correct?
Best in Borough, we
Neighborhood.
just need the address information so that we can come actually see what you've got going on.
Now, the entry forms can be found online.
Yes, they can
Okay.
be found online, www.suffolkva.us/holidays/decorating-contest.
Okay, and I believe even if you just go to the holiday website, there's a tab on there that says decorating contest. You click on that, and that'll take you straight to it as well. So
Yep.
that's a pretty easy way to get there. And again, all the information I think we talked about here today, we have an entry packet that you can download online and kind of go through all the details for the 2 different contests that we're going to be having, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. And if you have any questions, you can call me. My number is 514-4000,
Okay.
and I can direct you also to where those applications are online.
Okay. All right. Well, Dawn, thanks for telling us all about the holiday decorating contest, the first ever, and hopefully the first of very many successful ones, so we give the folks in Suffolk a chance to kind of show off your best stuff. And again, as the ladies have said, you want to go Griswold if you want to, go ahead and go for it, and we'll see if we can see it from outer space or whatever,
That's
like they
right.
do with some of these. Now, we'll digress just a bit, and we've had so many fabulous events throughout the holiday season already, Teresa. We have one more coming up that we really want, actually 2 of them we want to talk about, and we're going to talk about one coming up first, and this one's going to be pretty big. We're talking about the holiday parade, and that's going to be coming to downtown Suffolk like it always has been, but the route's a little bit different, and also this one's going to be at night.
Yes, it's Saturday, December 10th, and we actually will kick off at 7 p.m. And this gives us a chance to use our theme of Light Up the Night with Holiday Spirit the best way we possibly can,
Right.
with lighted floats and marching bands and motorized units, and we have equestrian units coming, and it's just going to be a wonderful time. It's, like I said, Saturday, December 10th at 7 p.m., and we are going to line up the parade in the Riverview neighborhood, which is new for us. We haven't done this before, but this allows for us to have an extended parade route and for more spectator viewing
Right.
space. So we are actually going to travel down Western and turn right onto Main Street and follow Main Street down to West Washington. And we will conclude the parade on Wellens, where it's right near the police station, and we will disband in the Municipal Center parking lot. And this allows for an extended period of spectator viewing, like I said.
Right.
So we can have spectators lining Main Street and West Washington, and there will be no bad seats
Got
for
it.
this. Our grandstands will be at the train station, where we'll find VIPs and our judges and folks along those lines. But the idea is to bring your family, bundle them up, bring out the thermoses of hot cocoa, and come out there and experience this tradition. We did this once in
That's correct.
2005, and it was super successful.
Right.
So if that's any indication, this will be tremendous.
Right.
So I'm truly looking forward to it. We have information on the city's holiday website.
That's correct.
If you go to the main page of the city, you click on holidays, and you'll find all kinds of information about the parade. And again, it's on a Saturday evening. You can stay and have dinner afterwards, or you can come out early and go to the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts and and go to an art gallery or go shopping.
Right.
Make a whole day of it.
Good chance to show off downtown Suffolk,
That's
especially
right.
in the holiday season where you've got a lot of things going on.
And we're very well lit this year.
Yes, we are.
We're not just asking
That's
other
right.
people
That's
to
right.
decorate. A lot of our downtown buildings are lit for the holidays, as well as our 32-foot Christmas tree, which is adjacent Seaboard Station Rubber
right.
Museum on Main Street. And that will stay lit through the first of the year, so we're very proud.
Now, again, of course, with the parade, we've got a lot of different entries in there. You've got bands, you've got dance teams, you've got the big guy coming at the end, so you've got all kind of great stuff. Fire and rescue, police, everybody's going to be out there with their lights. So again, it'll be very, very well illuminated and a really great time to get out there and just enjoy the season.
Exactly.
Another great holiday event coming up is the Holiday Tea, and of course that's going to be held right here at the Visitor Center.
Yes.
And that's spread out 2 different days, so we have 2 different opportunities for you to take advantage of it. Teresa, tell us a little bit about what's going on with the Holiday Tea.
Well, I will tell you, this is our first official holiday tea at our visitor center, which I'm sure most of you have heard, or if you don't, you know now, that we are located in the former Nansemond County Courthouse, which is an historic building, dates back to 1839, so we have a great setting. And we are offering a holiday tea December 17th and 18th at 2 p.m. And we're welcoming anyone at least 4 and older.
All right.
Now, of course, if you're 4, you must bring a parent or guardian. And we will have your traditional tea. With different flavors of tea and finger sandwiches and small desserts. And we're going to have some live entertainment and perhaps a visit by Santa Claus.
Keep your fingers crossed for that one.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
All right.
I'm working
Busy
on
time
it.
of year, the guys out running around.
I put in my
so.
request. I've
Yeah.
been nice all year.
All
So
right.
if I continue to be nice, I'm sure Santa will come.
All right, we got faith in you there.
So thank you very much. And so for $15 per person, you can come and enjoy this tea. It doesn't matter the age. You're going to get the same amount of food. Now, if you are 4 and you don't drink tea, you can have pink lemonade or yellow lemonade.
Okay.
But for the adults, certainly we like a variety of whether it be an orange spice tea or an Earl Grey or something along those lines.
Got it.
So we are partnering actually with Outrageous Tea Room, which is a local downtown business, which is housed in the former Gardner store at the corner of Prentice Street and Main Street. And that building is historic in itself. I believe it's 1825, somewhere around those years. But it's also a great place to go, and you can hold your own tea party or have your own celebration there. They do events. So we're working with them, and they're going to come in and take care of the tea because I know a lot of things, but I'm not a tea expert. So I'm going to welcome them in to take care of the technical details and to make sure that we get it just right. But we're looking for a traditional holiday tea, something to bring your family and fun. And it's not just for little girls. Little boys can come too.
Hey, everybody likes tea.
Yeah, who doesn't? Tea and sweets. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, really.
Well, of course, it's great that we're able to partner with a local business here in downtown Suffolk that can work with us to really put this event on and make it something special.
Exactly.
Now, I would assume you want to have people pre-register for this, correct?
Yes.
How would they go about doing that?
The easiest way to pre-register is to call the Visitor Center. Our number is 514-4130. Now, we do have a website, suffolk-fun.com. And all of our information is on there as well. And you can actually click on a link on the front page for the holiday tea and get the information there.
Can't get any easier than that.
Nope, it's simple.
What are the dates again and the times?
December 17th and 18th, 2 p.m. both days.
Okay. And Dawn, let's recap again about the holiday decorating contest. Again, there's sort of 2 different divisions, if you will, individual and neighborhood, if you want to. Let's recapture this one more time, talk about the 2 categories and specifically the entry date deadlines.
Okay, the entry date deadlines for the People's Choice, which is the individual entry, is December 10th.
Okay.
And the deadline, December 14th, for the Best in Borough, which is the 7 awards that we'll give out for the 7 boroughs in the city.
And again, that's talking about neighborhoods at that point, Best in Borough, and then individual courses, individual homes. And with the individual homes, again, you're asking for people to fill out the application, submit that via email with a photo of their home, correct?
That's correct.
And they would email that to?
levans@suffolkva.us.
Okay. And if they wanted more information on either particular contest, they would call?
They can call 514-4000.
Okay. And with the Best in Borough Awards, you don't have to submit a photo, but we want to get information on which neighborhood you're in, and then that way we can go out there and do that judging live in person, correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. And again, all the award winners will be announced and presented at the City Council meeting in mid-December, and the date of that meeting is?
The date of that meeting is December 21st for the awards.
Okay. Well, ladies, thank you for being with us here today, and of course talking about these great special holiday events that the City of Suffolk is putting on, which really makes this holiday season really, really something special.
Yes, and please please remind everyone
Sure.
that the Suffolk Visitor Center is open 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we are open for your holiday gift purchasing at our gift shop, and we have lots of beautiful decorations. So we just welcome everybody to come.
What we see behind us, of course,
Yes.
just a small taste
This
of what
is
we
just
have
a
here.
tiny
That's
taste.
right. So you really got to come down and see this for yourself as well. So again, thank you both for being with us.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this edition of On the Scene. We'll see you next time.